All right. Welcome to the WolfShadePodcast, episode 64. I am your host, WolfShade. Name's Anthony. Everybody knows me. And we welcome you, episode 64. Man. A little bit under the weather right now. I just woke up, but the guest I got on my podcast right now is a very good friend of mine, a close brother of mine, aka the Chinchilla, aka the Ryanster, aka he just goes by Ryan, but aka he got his own music coming out now, got a couple songs out. Is always looking good when it comes to him. We got the Ryan Chinchilla, the Chinster. How you doing, man?
I'm doing great, man. Thank you for having me on the podcast. It's
No
exciting.
problem. How you been doing though?
Pretty good. Yeah, no complaints on my end. Things have been going pretty well. Got actually today my other song just dropped and
Oh
had the
shit.
other song dropped last month. So things have been going pretty good.
That's what's up. That's what's up. Yeah, and you just and from what we talked the last time, it was kind of like getting back into music after like
Mhm.
a first time in a while.
Yeah. So this is the first time in about 8 years that I've released any music anywhere. And now this time around, I'm releasing it on all major platforms, as well as being a little bit more conscious of how I'm actually marketing and doing a lot more on that end.
Oh, okay. Okay, that makes sense. I remember you say you kind of took a hiatus because certain things that came about, and you kind of just wanted to get back into that feel, right?
Yeah. Life has been a crazy ride all these years, but this time I just decided that it was enough was enough. I needed to get back into it.
Yeah, that makes sense. You always gotta get back into it, get in the field of things, and just make sure it's comfortable for you and everything, and just try to have fun with it the best way you can. And kind of like your music before, was music always something that you kind of big on, like you kind of wanted to have a goal in, and kind of wanted to do, I guess, maybe since you were a teenager or a kid, maybe.
Yeah, so I've been a lifelong musician. One of my earliest memories is grabbing the pots and pans from my family's kitchen and just
Hmm.
beating on them with like one of the wooden spoons. And
Yeah.
it got to the point where my dad was like, "All right, I'm getting this kid a drum set." So I
Hmm.
started out as a drummer and a percussionist. I was then throughout school, I was in band, jazz band, marching band, and all that. And I played exclusively drums, but at a certain
Hmm.
point, I started learning guitar, bass, piano. I did a little bit of trumpet, which one day I want to get back into. And there's
Hmm.
still a host of different instruments that I want to learn over time.
Yeah, that makes sense. And did learning those instruments kind of help out with the music field that you kind of got now, knowing like releasing your songs and all that, and it kind of like helped you over the years get into that field?
Yeah, I would say so. It definitely helped with like the production aspect and the composing aspect because
Hold on. We got
oh,
Kanoa.
what's up?
We
Oh,
got
we got
Kanoa.
him. We got him. We got the special
Yep.
guest coming in. All right.
Oh man, that we
There you
got the
go.
we got the Kanoa stir coming in.
Now we got
Oh
the homie
shit.
getting in here.
We got all three of them. How can I do this so I can see all three of you? Oh, there we go. All right. Well, he's connecting, but you kind
Yeah,
of
for
got.
I guess for our audience here, just as a heads up, Kanoa is my fellow label mate, Arachnix, whereas I'm Chilla The Alchemist. We're both animal-based producers. So
Yeah,
yeah, it'd be cool to get him on this.
yeah. Keep in mind, people, the timing of this was perfect, but it's not perfect because it is Ryan's birthday today. So I was like, we'll do what you want and when you want.
Yep. Hey.
What's up?
What's up? What's up? Very first guest of season 3, finally back on the tail, and yeah.
Glad to
How
be
you
back.
doing, Kanoa?
I'm good, man. I'm good. I'm
That's
really
what's up.
good. Very
That's what's
excited to
up.
be
That's
here
what's
as
up.
always.
That's what's up. That's what's up. And for everybody watching, I did say the timing of this was very perfect and very shit at the same time. Because it's been a hell of a week.
Mhm.
It's been a hell of a week. Whoever's watching this is none of your business, but it's a hell of a week. But yeah, Kanoa, how you doing? Because I know me and Ron, we was talking about album releasing. I know for everybody that don't know yet, you two got some juicy details I need to explain.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. So as I did catch it, as Ryan had mentioned, we are label mates. We're definitely going to be working a lot together in the near future, and even now, we've actually already have, what is it, 1 or 2 songs together?
Yeah, about 2 songs right now.
Mm-hmm. So, and plenty more coming. We're always brainstorming ideas day in, day out. And yeah, I'm very excited for what's to come. Even with our individual projects as well, we still help each other out, give each other, that kind of support that we need to keep going. So yeah, it's been good. It's been really good.
Yeah.
Love.
One thing I didn't actually touch on is the fact that Kanoa played a big part in me starting to re-release music now, because that first song that I dropped, Be Over Soon, was one that I was sitting on since I think 2019. And I just out of the spur, I showed him the track and he instantly fell in love with it. And so that kind of gave me the confidence and boost to be like, okay, yeah, maybe I should just get back into releasing these tracks.
Yeah, that's it. He's exactly right. He gave me a little USB stick with a bunch of tracks on it. I looked through it, and Be Over Soon was right there. I think it was like the 5th one down, and I ignored the rest of them. I told him, this is the one. This is the one you got to start off with. This is what's going to start your journey. So,
yeah, that makes sense. And kind of from what we talked last time, Kanoa, which was about like 3 months ago, 265 days and 72 hours. Yes, I kept counting to that. Yeah, I was literally doing that early this morning. I was like, okay, just in case he does come, let me remember how long it's been. But for the last time we talked, because I could have sworn that during our episode, you mentioned you wanted to work with this man. I could have sworn.
mm-hmm.
Yeah, I was like, okay, because I know my memory ain't that fucked up, but yeah. So I was like, okay. I was looking behind me, but so it was just like working together was kind of like the goal of mine thing for like a long ass time. Correct? Yeah, and then kind of getting that out the way, and then I don't know how many songs you guys got planned coming out. I mean, for everybody watching, I mean they've been on the roll more than me, so we just trying to bring y'all some good content as much as y'all can, because I'm gonna need these two to send me them links so when we finish I can upload them and do whatever.
We got you, bro.
Oh yeah, definitely.
No, yeah, for sure. And especially with my beginning, even when I first started talking to Ryan and he had mentioned his expertise within sound engineering and label experience, just anything that really goes into like that professional side of music. Mm-hmm. And we just happened to start chatting. We saw a lot of things align, and now here we are today. I do know, as of now that I've got my first single out the way, I have, I believe, 4 or 5 ready to go already. So we'll be releasing content back and forth and together. And yeah, we'll definitely be sure to keep you updated on it.
That's what's up. Yeah,
we're putting in that work this summer.
Yeah. Hey, look, everybody's putting in that work this summer. I mean, shit, I haven't done any work. I've been taking a break and stuff. I haven't done anything music-wise in like, what, 15 years? It's been 15 years for me, but I've been playing my guitar on and off, but like music-wise, I haven't done anything in years. So I think I should get back into it, because it's been a minute, because I've been working on my manga and shit, which is
that takes a lot of work. Yeah.
Listen, I literally just finished chapter 1258 today, and I'm just like, wait, what am I supposed to do today? Oh, I'm supposed to be doing this. And then afterwards, I was just like, okay, I was talking to some people, and then I was explaining to Ryan earlier, I managed to get a fucking room for Katsu next year, so that's going to be a goddamn... Bro.
15 minutes, I heard.
Bro, in 4 minutes.
It
That's
was 4, not 15?
4 minutes. Like as soon as 10 o'clock came, I just went on. Still had my tab from 2 months ago that I had, and I was like, okay, let me see if this works. Book it. Got an email, and I was like, yeah, somebody hates me now. And then not only that, because I do stand by what I said. You two are getting kidnapped next year. If you two getting kidnapped. I'm not, because
it's gonna be crazy next year. The progress we're gonna make this year is going to define what is going to be next year.
Listen. We're gonna make progress regardless. I'm just not focusing on people. Like, we making progress regardless. We just not having people get in the way of this W. I think that's a W. Yeah. But it's just like, we just gotta keep it clear. Like, we just gotta keep it clear just to make sure, like, nobody gets in the fucking way. Mm-hmm. And like, just try to have fun. Excuse me. At least try to have fun with this, release and everything, because I start pre-orders for my manga at least next year, February. So
nice.
Awesome. Gonna be a goddamn doozy.
Almost there, man.
I'm not looking forward to it.
You're doing it though. That's the big thing at the end of the day. Is
Look, you two are on the road, just goddamn releasing stuff. Cause I could have sworn I thought you already had your own single out already. Kanoa.
Me? No.
Yeah.
Not yet.
What?
Yeah. I was working on stuff. I was learning. I was learning Ableton, how it works, all the plugins, just doing my own like little YouTube research just to get a good grasp on it. That's what I was doing at the time. I mean, Space Wave came a little bit after.
Okay, after.
That came after I had already moved out. So.
Okay, yeah, because
when I was last with Anthony here, I was still back in Virginia, and I was still just understanding the process of what it takes to make a song, what makes it catchy, like kind of just the background info, That was like my level 1 stats that I needed to learn, so.
Cause like, I don't know how you two do it, but like the track y'all sent me, I can't cap. That shit was clean. That shit was clean. I ain't gonna cap. I was like, okay. Cause like when I listened to Kanoa's thing, I was like, when I listened to Kanoa and Ryan's thing, I was like, okay, that's expected from these two. Mm-hmm. But I know they can go.
I think our energies very much match our first.
I was like, okay, I expect this from these two, but I know they can go further than this.
Oh yeah. It's already happening, dude.
Yeah, I was like, I know. Yeah, I was like, I know they can go further than this, but it's just like, I know y'all can go further with this, but when it comes to YouTube, I know y'all can up the ante in any genre. I mean, fuck country, but I know y'all can up the ante or any genre. But it's just like, anything like with, if y'all manage to do anything with orchestra or choral rock, trust me, y'all already hit the tip of the iceberg.
Oh yeah.
Also, one of my old releases was an orchestrated song, actually.
Yeah, because like if y'all can continue hitting it up from that aspect, y'all don't have to do it all the time. But if y'all release like a few like from that spectrum, trust me, it will be peak with that. Because I always been a fan of choral rock for years. I used to be in an orchestra band, right? And this is when I found out ladies love men with violins. So I was like, let's go.
Wrong man.
I was like, let's go. But at the end of the day, I was like, wait, I'm single. What the fuck am I doing? But at the end of the day, I was like, okay, because I played the guitar, I played the violin, I played the cello. I'm just getting back into playing the trumpet. So I'm like, okay. And because like my friend of mine, he was like, who are 2 people that you know that do a lot of well music? And I was like, oh, that's easy. I was like, that's easy. You can look at my profile for them. So, but as far like with you guys is like music and everything, Kanoa, we talked about that last time, your goal and everything. I don't know if that changed since then, since you already achieved that. But like, what is kind of like the goals and stuff that you got now? And Brian, Ryan, I'll start with you.
So the main goal for me has been a little bit more on the humble side. Is I just want people to listen to my work. That's it. Whether it's a couple hundred or a couple million, I just want my work to be out there and actually feel accomplished with having released music again. Beyond that, I mean, it would be really awesome to then get the money and funds to open up another studio and to work not only in our music and our label, but also be able to work with other artists and be an engineer producer in that aspect.
Okay, that makes sense. That makes sense because you did mention that. You did mention that to me after my drunk esfortes a couple months back. I'm legit surprised I remember that shit. But as for you, Kanoa, because I remember what you relayed to me, but does it kind of still stand or kind of things change with you?
I mean, right now my main focus has just been putting as many hours and as much effort into just letting my creativity flow.
Okay.
Because I'm still grasping, the music making process, but at the same time, I am grasping it really quickly.
Okay.
Like within a total of 2 months on just, I've honestly used more of what Ryan had taught me day in, day out, and maybe like a few things on YouTube to really start cracking down how it works and how certain plugins work, how to change certain sounds, up something, lower something, And it's really just letting that creativity flow as much as possible and seeing what I create and establishing what I'm best at, what I'm not. So it's kind of like a set of short goals where I want to make one song like this with this type of level of creativity, whether it's like jungle or something more haunting. And once I finish that, then I just start in something new, another short goal, and just let it keep piling. Because for as much as I want to keep DJing, I think for now I'm actually going to break for a little while so I can really throw all my efforts into producing. So then I can bring my own music into my sets when I come back, which is where we can start pumping both of our songs, me and Ryan's, at conventions, clubs, and who knows, even a couple of festivals next year or the year after,
Okay, cool.
Really just push the name. That's going to be most of our work right now, and our main long-term goal, and just be heard,
Okay.
And I'm funding his studio, so I can use it.
Okay, push the name, funding. I mean, funding's a lot. Trust me. Funding's a lot, but
I've been through that rodeo before.
Oh yeah, same here. Like funding and everything, in my opinion, from knowing you two, I don't think that should be a problem, even though it is a lot. Pushing when it comes to what type of crowd you want to push, because that's the pain in the ass curricular right there, knowing certain adversaries that happened over these last few months. But I would say like continue like pushing a certain crowd might be a challenge a little bit, as we both know this. But I think y'all can get there quicker than most jackasses I know. But it's just we just only thing is just like, because we talked about this before, Kanoa, and it's just like I don't think the funding and everything's gonna be an issue. Anything else is gonna be an issue.
It's just finding the right crowd.
Yeah, it's just finding the right crowd.
It's true.
You go.
I mean, when it comes to finding that right crowd, a lot of what we really synergize on is EDM and some rock and some alternative as well. Yeah. And while we have our different proficiencies, I guess you could say, in other genres, that's where we're able to piggyback off each other. And I think having that main center, or like that first circle being EDM, we're able to kind of go and recognize, okay, what clubs are looking for this, what festivals are looking for such. I know even in at conventions, EDM has really been on the high up, even with the hyper stuff. So that's been around for who knows how long. I mean,
it's been around for a good minute.
I'm not too worried I'm not too worried when it comes to finding our right crowd. Even if it does take some trial and error, I think we'll know exactly who we need to talk to and what's going to be best for us.
Yeah, I agree with that because from a certain like music aspect, I try not to focus on the crowd with that, but knowing what I'm going, knowing what I'm working on, it's like, oh, I don't have to give a fuck about the crowd when it comes to this. Cause it's like, okay, I gotta focus on what crowd I want to bring. Like, how am I going to articulate this and do what? Because I already made it bump fuckily clear. That's not a word, but I already made it clear that
creativity, let the creativity flow.
Exactly, yeah. I already made it bumfuckily clear that one, I just got to aim for people that actually want to see something new. And I brought this up to you last time.
Mm-hmm.
Number two is like the big goal. I'm not focused on kids. That's number one. That's like, my manga is not for children. If they look at it, I blame the parents. Number three is like the set standard I'm trying to bring because the set standard is just like, be creative regardless of what the fuck people say and everything too. And as I said all the time, like, I'm the type of person that I don't give a fuck if people talk because I know what I do. I know I know my stuff, and I know what not to do.
Everything. No such thing as bad publicity, as they say.
Man, I could give less for a goddamn rat's ass about bad publicity because I know
people are talking. People are talking.
I know.
But I'm talking at this point.
Exactly.
All three of us have come to a point now, especially after the past couple months. Actually, I'll even put it exactly where you and I did the last podcast. There's been so much growth where we don't care anymore. We really don't. There's no point in stressing on it. It's not going to change anything. We're still going to hang out with the people we hang out with. And we're there to have a good time, So if they want to talk, let them talk.
It's more of a spectrum of just like, I'm hearing this, but I see on people's Instagram stories of what I'm doing because we all know how we are when we all party with each other. We all know this by now. Mm-hmm. Like, you know how I am, Ryan knows how you are, and I know how you two are. Like, it's pretty much clear and cut at this point. It's just like, okay, someone tell me, oh, I heard you was, you was doing the worm or dancing with certain ladies. I was like, hey, if women want to put WolfShade into proximity, what's going to stop me? The fuck? Like, you think that's going to stop me? Like, no, it's just like, if they're comfortable doing what they're doing with me, I mean, I'm single, I ain't going to care. So, but it's like, I'm going to have fun. That's what we all going to do. Like, you both going to have fun making music. I'm having fun making my manga. Like, I really could get less of a fuck at this point. It's just like, I blocked off that certain crowd off. I blocked off a certain crowd months ago. And I know certain individuals just want to be like, oh, let me check out his story, see how he's doing, even though I don't follow him anymore, bitch. Anyway,
well, you can even get deeper with it. Like, what does it say about our character to go and let somebody else take away our happiness? You stand strong to what you want to do.
Ain't nobody taking away this fucking happiness.
Not here.
Like, come on, like, I got way too much plan and way too much to lose to be playing. Damn, I'm spitting this shit. I got way too much plan.
Bars. He preaching. Let him preach.
But no, in a serious term, it's like, I got way too much plan and I got way too much plan 10 years, 20 years, 40 years down the line. Like, because like a lot of people lately been bringing this shit up to me, right? And I don't care if I'm bringing this up, but it's just like, they're like, do you ever feel like you're gonna die? So I'm like,
got too much going on.
Exactly.
No.
Like, one, no, I'm not dying no time soon. Like, I got way too much stuff. And it's just like, yeah, have I been through my fair share of sicknesses that could have took me out? Yeah, but I'm good. But it's just like where have all these people coming at me with this shit? Like that's what's throwing me the fuck off. I'm like, look, if I'm still moving, if I'm still dancing, if I'm still drunk off my rockers, doing
Still
whatever,
doing the worm. Still doing the worm.
Always do the warm.
Oh man. Listen, I was on the road with that Saturday, but yeah, it's like with that, if I'm still doing it, got my upbeat energy, like I'm not stopping. Like, oh man, like don't get me wrong, we die when we die, but at the end of the day, I'm pushing for 92 with this one, so that's my goal.
Solid.
But it's just like I've been getting hit with so many questions like that lately. I'm just like, what the fuck? Like,
I'm giving myself till 30 and then isekai.
Wait, you ain't 30?
I just turned 24 2 days ago.
I'm the 30. You?
I'm the 30-year-old right now.
Yeah, that's him.
I'm older than you?
As of today.
Yeah.
What the fuck?
How we knew this?
Okay, I kind of forgot, actually. I just remembered now.
I mean, I'll take it as a compliment. Maybe it was the beard. I don't know.
Because we did talk about this.
Fuck, dude.
Apparently, I mean, my knees these days.
I'm literally 28. I'm telling you,
my back just not feeling what it used to
I'm literally 28, and by CCE time, I'll be 29. So I'm just like, what the fuck? Because, wait, you 30?
Oh. Right, yeah, right.
I thought you was 25.
Dude, everybody tells me I look younger than I actually am.
Here's the thing, Kanoa. Me and Ryan, we never talked about that, so I never bothered to ask because I don't ask people's ages like that.
Yeah,
but
good point.
That's funny as shit. But yeah, back on topic. Like when it comes to like, music and everything, I think you two said yesterday it was some tracks I got to explain to.
Ryan, you want to go ahead?
Wait, I missed that. What was that?
It was some track. Your tracks. Yeah, you supposed to say yesterday. You had to explain.
I cannot hear you right now. You're just like, all right,
one
sec.
Can you hear me?
Can you hear me?
Both of you are like messing up on my sound card. Give me a second. Let me just reconnect my headphones.
Yeah, I got you. Little technical issues,
right, while he's doing that, I'll just go.
All right,
all right, you can hear us now?
Mind. Go ahead.
You can hear us now?
It's better. Yeah.
Okay, yeah. I was saying, from when we talked yesterday, y'all say you had some new songs and stuff you had to explain.
Yes. Okay, so as of today, on my birthday, I released a new track called Ghost Town, which I had been teasing a little bit on my Instagram. So that's out on all streaming platforms today. It's a great little doozy. So please
click the link down below.
Yep. Click the link down below. Subscribe, follow, whatever the hell you do. And then beyond that, I also still have Be Over Soon is still released on all platforms. And next month, I haven't chosen the date just yet, but I will have another track that's going to be coming out. And if you'd like, I can give you a snippet of that track so you can like have it play at the very end or something. So
let's do it.
All right, I'll do that. Otherwise, Kanoa, take it over with what you've got going on.
All right. I have currently on deck 3 songs. I have 2 that are much more on the happier side of things, definitely very opposite of Space Waves. One being very bass house-like, another being more drum and bass friendly. And the third one, I took a lot of inspiration from artists like Sudden Death, very much giving that kind of haunting feeling at the very beginning, and then just straight rhythm, like amorphic type stuff. So I'm very excited to see what kind of crowd I can draw with each individual song themselves, but especially the third one, because I really put that effort in and used all the new techniques Ryan has showed me. So I'll give you those snippets as well for you to share.
All right.
And
cool.
Yeah, I'll be teasing 2 of them now, and I'll probably have the next one release either 2 weeks from now or 3.
All right. Cool. All right.
Yeah.
All right, since we're talking about snippets, we'll let Ryan over here go first. I mean, well, he's on my side over here, but yeah. All right, I'll let you go.
Oh, I don't have those snippets right now. I'm not even at home right now, homie. I am dog sitting at this time. I will send them to you.
Yeah,
okay.
Yeah, we'll send you clips for you to play at the very end.
Okay.
Propose this for you.
Okay. I thought we was
know.
doing something here, but never mind. but yeah, that makes sense. But yeah, for everybody that listen, they got some new, fresh stuff coming out. So be on the lookout. Links for those will be put in once I get sent those. And
I will say there's going to be something interesting because although Kanoa and I are label mates, our music is very vastly different from what they sound like.
Oh,
so
that's noticeable.
Yeah, so it's going to be cool to see what people think when they listen to both ends of the spectrum there.
Yeah, the perfect description for it is no ADHD and ADHD. As the perfect. It's the only way to properly explain it. Like, for as much as we do synergize, even just as friends, like we like literally all of the same stuff. We do have that, even with just experience being an obvious one. You know, he definitely knows how to go and make his melodies as he goes. He can make drum racks like no problem. But yeah, I very much like my chaotic sounds, and finding a way to mesh them all together into a very solid kind of journey in a way. That's a lot of how I want to describe my music. So
yeah, that makes sense. Okay. And
mine tends to be a little bit more mellow, but a little more structured to that end.
Structured, that's a good word. That's the word I was looking for.
Yeah, that makes sense. And everybody has like a different genre specifics they try to look for when it comes to their music. So that makes sense in regards to you too, because I'm not gonna lie, I kind of was thinking of Ronald St. Matches. I was like, nah. Mine's more mellow. Kanoa's more chaotic when he wants to be. So I'm gonna let him go with that one. But yeah, obviously we talked about like, so y'all mentioned like the label and everything. Yeah, I got like the name and everything planned out already, because I don't think I paid attention to the point where I know the name of the label.
It is called The Exhibit.
The Exhibit? Okay.
Yep.
Okay. All right, cool. So it's kind of like got like a museum-y feel to it. I mean, that's what I first thought of, but so kind of got that feel to me, and kind of like explain more on that.
Yeah, so it's mostly based more so on like a zoo aspect, like a zoo exhibit, given that Kanoa's namesake is about spiders and mine is about chinchillas. We hope that we can kind of expand on that. And as a duo name, as we start to come out with more of our music that's together, that will also be coming out as The Exhibit together.
Yeah. Okay. That makes sense. Okay. Kind of like a zoo thing. And
yeah. Okay. So Ryan, do you mind if I explain some of like our EP ideas?
Yeah, go for it.
Yeah. So as we expanded on the idea, obviously being both animals and coming up with the exhibit, we thought that it would be kind of a neat idea as we start to release bigger chunks of music, like within EPs and albums, we can kind of have them be different, like a reptilian exhibit or amphibian or bugs or dinosaurs, and be able to kind of trickle our way into our own kind of art style as well. Very similar to like what Monster Cat has done over the years.
Okay, yeah, that makes sense.
Give it some kind of level of attraction. Like if you're looking for a certain type of vibe, maybe a certain like, I don't know, jungle EP would do for you. Like,
okay, yeah, that makes sense.
Promote to different areas. So
okay, all right, okay, so kind of like different genres of different music, but more of like a zoo aspect, and just kind of like certain things. Okay, yeah, that makes a lot of sense. Because I was thinking completely sideways, but yeah, that makes a lot of sense.
Well, I'm curious.
Now I want to know.
I was thinking, see, as a manga writer, I was thinking more of an art exhibit, like you got your paintings, you got your mosaics, you got your your finger paintings, you got your your Picassos, your Van Goghs. Like that's what I was thinking.
Okay.
Because like Van Gogh's chaotic as hell. So that's what I was thinking.
Yeah, similar. I mean, almost, yeah.
Yeah, so that's what I was thinking when it comes to that aspect. Yeah, and it's not the sideways I was thinking. So get your minds out the goddamn gutter. But no, that's what I was thinking in that aspect, because it will be one time when I get this shit out the way that I'd be like, maybe I'll come back into music and probably do like the Wolf Shade exhibit or something, or I don't know. But that's what I was thinking
we'll have some
because
features. Yeah.
because here's the thing. Because this thing, when we do this, like I'm going to have to meet up with you because like I'm going to have to bring so much instruments because like the instruments I got can't connect to computers and stuff. But it's like I'm gonna be bringing so much. So I'm be like, hey, look, we're gonna be going to do 4 different versions if y'all want to do this or this certain whatever or whatever. So
we'll set the time aside for sure.
Yeah. So once I get that out the way, then I'm just gonna be like, okay, then I can probably focus on this, focus on that, focus on whichever, and then kind of like expand more into that. And then once I like y'all music and everything start popping off in clubs and everything, which it should be now in my opinion, but that's just me though. But when it comes to that, because I know y'all don't want y'all music to pop off at just clubs. Because like I know y'all want to pop off like them big ass raves, like Coach. Nah, that really doesn't count.
Yeah,
but
I don't want to do Coach.
Yeah. That doesn't count.
I don't want
to. Yeah, but like big ass raves that's actually fun.
Yeah. At least that's my end. I think at the very end, I'd like to either continue with the exhibit label or be able to kind of maybe sell it off into something bigger, and be able to do tours and DJ. That's at least for me. Regarding Ryan, I'll let him kind of explain his end term.
Yeah, so I mean, like Kanoa is definitely bringing me back into the fold of DJing. I haven't DJed. I think the last time I DJed, I was like 24 or 25, so it's been quite some time. But that's something I definitely would like to have the experience of, is to be able to tour and play my music live in that realm. But I think more of the end goal for me is to be able to get to the point where I could be a music producer for big acts and also act as an engineer for others as well. That's a little bit more of like what I want. I want that studio that people will go to.
Yeah. Yeah, that makes sense. And like have a studio that people can go to and actually like kind of work around, kind of influence them, impact them, and kind of like build themselves up and everything, because it's like not a lot of studios like that these days, as we know. So because I agree with that, because a lot of goals when it comes to music, especially music producing and stuff like that, is kind of just like, okay, we got this act, let's use them. Like, no, like when it comes to like being produced, you kind of want to build up everything too. And this is coming from a dude that don't have a lot of DJ experience, because I remember like a little short story time when I was in Japan, and it was this one DJ that was sick, right? And I was just like, so what are we gonna do about this crowd? I did not know how to bump, fuck, tune, or anything. I just went with the flow. I was like,
this. Yeah.
So I didn't tell Ryan. Yeah, so I just went with the flow and everything. And I'm already 14 drinks in, right? So I was like, okay, let me figure out how this go. Put the glasses on, be like, okay. Kind of went with the flow a little bit on the little disc thing, and then when I see people start bopping to it, kind of just mess with the little EDPs a little bit. I was just like, okay, I could fuck this up, or fuck this up very. Let me rephrase that: mess this up or do this very good. And so I was like, okay, let me just mess with this a little bit. And then the crowd started going, and then I started playing certain songs that I have my playlist that I think that I can go with it. So I was like, okay, we do this, and was rocking for like the last 3 hours, and then afterwards went to the back and just passed out. I was like, yeah, I'm never doing this again. So like,
hey, you just had that little angel's touch of DJing.
To be honest,
it really isn't hard. I mean, when you get down to the brass tacks of it, it's really just match the numbers and hit it on the line. If you can't do that, then don't at all.
Yeah, so I was like,
if you want to like do the articulate stuff, then that's one thing. But yeah,
because like I initially thought that I was gonna fuck this up because I did the articulate spectrum, which is more complicated than the simple one. So I was like, okay, because like I'm more about sound, so I'm gonna fuck everybody's ears up. So I was like, okay, let me do the articulate spectrum. And I was like, okay, that's actually make more sense. Let me turn this down a little bit and kind of raise this bass up to go along with this song. And then I noticed that the dude had something that goes along with drums on the keyboard. So I was like,
oh yeah, there you go. Sitting there on the pad.
So I was kind of like going along with that because like that's what my staple be for goddamn I don't know how long. So I was going along with that. And then when certain songs match that beat, you kind of just go along with it. So I was like, I'm not doing this again, but this is working. And then DJing, like I said, like you said, it's not really complicated. I just noticed like people I've met around the DJing scene. Cause like I don't know a lot of people around the DJing scene. Like I know YouTube and Traptor and Kuma and Andrew and all of them. Like I just and my boy Third Degree and stuff like that. And I forgot the other guy's name, but we used to work together. But I just know like a set small group when it comes to DJing. And I think I'm gonna keep it like that because I've met a lot of egotistical DJs that I was this close to knocking out a bunch of times, but
they exist.
Yeah, so it's just like, and then like when I do my set, I just be like, look, I don't give a fuck if you dance behind me, have fun. I don't give a fuck. And then I remember after that set that I did, it was like the DJ that was supposed to go on was mad at me because it was like so many women behind me. Because like I said, if I focus,
Jealousy.
I'm not gonna pay attention to you behind me. But I'm gonna pay attention, but it's just like, okay, if I notice these people behind me, they just dance and stuff, okay, I know I can just continue my focus onto that. And then he was like, man, this is your first time DJ and you got all that. Like, you ain't all that worth. And I was like, man, coming from you, fuck up. Like, like I get in a bad mood when I drink. Y'all notice this. So, but like back to music wise, so like the goal I have for you guys, I mean, you guys already achieved it already, but the goal I have for you is like we talked about this so many times. Y'all just gotta, yeah, I know y'all do y'all like a master at doing this. You just keep them circles small. Like y'all are like a bump fuck master at let me rephrase that. Y'all like a jackass master at doing that. So I played poker.
I mean, you got
too.
the point across. I'll give him that.
Yeah.
So like when it comes to that, always work with anybody. There's nothing wrong with working with anybody, but keep that circle small.
Mm-hmm. Oh yeah.
We talked about this at Kanoa.
Most of I mean, that's why I enjoy working together. You know, is anything that we do need to share, we just share with each other. We're not gonna you know, especially when it comes to our music, you know.
Yeah, because like
we'll go and share what we need to.
Yeah.
You know, when the time comes, like if there's final touches.
It's just like when it comes to that, because I explained it to my friend Suzuki because he does like MMA now because his first fight he got knocked out in 2 seconds. After I told him to watch for the dude's knees. Because the dude that I know not longer than him, he has a very quick high knee, right? I was like, you better move leftward and watch out for the right knee. Because if you move rightward in the exact same proximity that he goes, you're going to get lit up. And then the moment I did not pay attention for a millisecond, I look up and he's on the ground. I was like, I went down to him. I was like, so I kind of told you so on that one. I ain't trying to be a dick here, but this is funny seeing you like this.
And lined it up.
Yeah. So I always told him, I was like, since then, I was like, I'm always like this with anybody. Like, no matter if they do music or whatever, like, just keep the circle small. We're like, and not only that, always have a set schedule too. You know how timidly timing I am on these things, Kanoa. Mm-hmm. It's like always have a set schedule too. If things come about, but always have a set schedule of things. And then the third thing is, I mean, we talked about branches of audience, so it's not really for me to explain that already. But the fourth thing is crowds. The reason why I say crowds is because we all dealt with our fair share of annoying jackasses over these last few months. And when it comes to crowds, what I mean by that is obviously we got our redacted family, right? And that's pretty much the main crowd we need right now, right? Like keep them crowds small. Obviously, those crowds will support the FID both, because like I support the FID both. Then when I get destroyed by a goddamn Boston Elden Ring, I fucking hate getting killed easy. But yeah, it's just like that crowd, because I got high hopes for you guys. Even 92 years from now from the grave, I'll be like, yeah, I know these two fuckers. They was killing it.
I'm still gonna be torn. I will die on a DJ station. There's
like,
no stopping
DJ
me.
Grandpa.
Stadiums.
Listen. I literally said this to them. I was like, I'm gonna take that goddamn grave, because when you two get to that, I'd be like, I know these two bastards. Like that's
you better be front rail.
Like
you better be front rail at my set.
I'm front rail. By the time I'm 98, I'll be 6 feet under. What the fuck?
Telling you, a 360 set in a football stadium.
I'm gonna be decomposed. Be like what the fuck? Like unless they got AI or something, just be doing that. But no, like I got high fuckily hopes for. Okay, let me rephrase that. I got high altitude like camaraderie for y'all, because a lot of people, as we talked before, Kanoa, like a lot of people be doubting y'all on what y'all do, but y'all better than most people. So, but it's just like, because y'all confident, y'all confident, y'all creative, because y'all creative than most rappers I know today.
Oh, thank you.
And
thank you.
As an ex-secret SoundCloud rapper, thank you.
I completely forgot that you fucking rap. Now that I think about it.
Nope, not anymore. Retired.
But it's just like with that, y'all creative, and two, it's just y'all got that tenacity that I have not seen in a lot of artists, and we kind of need to continue that when it comes to because Ryan wants to produce, and I think you do too. Like y'all want to produce, because like when it comes to producing, I'm just like y'all know now. Anybody y'all got a bad feeling about, kick them out. That's the main rule of producing. Like even one of my DJ friends could tell y'all that. Like when it comes to producing, because like when I teach, if I got a bad feeling about somebody, I'm kicking this little lengthy ass out. And this coming from a lengthy buff dude himself. That's sad. But when it comes to that, I got high hopes for you guys, but at the end of the day, we just gotta keep it trucking and keep it moving. And for everything, we just gotta, make sure we just, keep the line going up, and up.
Mm-hmm. Oh, for sure. And that's always gonna be our main goal.
Yeah. So
keep on the up and up, stay with what's new, stay with what's cool.
Yeah, but at the end of the day, we just gotta, keep moving, doing whatever, and just but like anything else, you guys gotta explain before we go off here.
Ryan, do you want to talk about your experience with your sound engineering and music?
Yeah, I mean, hell, so I kind of touched on it before you got
qualified. Okay.
Yeah, so I touched a little bit on the music experience before you hopped into the call.
Okay.
In terms of like growing up as a lifelong musician, everything I play, what I compose and whatnot. But in terms of the audio engineering side of things, back in high school, I did a lot of live sound. It wasn't like drama club and all that. So I ran sound for all that. So I started learning at that point how to work with microphones and a live setup and all that. And then years after that, I decided that I wanted to branch away from live sound because I just hated having to deal with everything right then and there. And I wanted to work more in the studio setting. So I found a spot called Omega Studios down here in Rockville, or I guess up here, depending on wherever you're located. And they had a audio engineering program. It's this multi-million-dollar studio that has worked with like people from Pink Floyd all the way to Barack Obama's state of address. Like they've done everything under the sun. So I went there, got some mentors. The instructors were fantastic. I learned everything from just basic recording techniques to mixing, mastering, MIDI, understanding live sound a little bit better, understanding the electrical engineering behind audio and how to actually fix things there. And so that's been about 10 years now. And since that point, I've been working as a studio engineer, freelance. And so I've had 10 years of time to really hone in and develop my skills.
Damn, you were more qualified than us. God damn.
Man's knows. This is why I've been so grateful to everything he's been able to teach me right from upstairs. So it's been a good journey. It's been fun.
That's what's up. That's what's up. Okay. Yeah, because that's good to like have set experience of things beforehand instead of just coming at it not knowing what the fuck you're doing. So that.
Well, I had to go through that too.
See,
I
had
got
to
off
go
easy.
I had to go. I didn't have to go through that, but like I literally had to go through that when it comes to timing and when it comes to story writing. Because if you notice, when it comes to music is basically like story writing too.
Mm-hmm.
It's just very goddamn hard how you want to line it up. It's like you line it up unless you have an idea of how you want to line it up. And I remember somebody was that was a painter. I mean, I got drunk with her in Paris one night. Yeah, I remember that. I forgot her name, but after this, but so yeah, she was saying arm over my neck and all. She was like, you gotta learn how to write your own story no matter what you do. And I was like, damn, she may be drunk, but she's speaking facts. And yeah, I haven't talked to her in a minute, but I know she's doing good. But yeah, I think we talked about all we need to talk about today. And yep man, and this was a pretty
just in time.
Yeah, it was a pretty chill episode. And yeah. So thank you, Ryan Chinchilla, aka the Chinster, aka I forgot, but thank
Chilla
you,
the
Mr.
Alchemist.
The Alchemist, the OG. Thank you, Kanoa, aka Arachnix, Tropix, Bahamanix. But yeah. So this episode will be uploaded later. We will run it back with you guys if y'all want us to. And yeah, we're just gonna be chopping up in deuces.
Hell yeah. Peace out.